step right up here, step right up and see the one and only fabulous Lowrey Organ. I'll tell you what we're going to do today, folks. Gather in here closely. We are going to take you a tour around the world through the voice of that fabulous Lowrey Organ. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take you on a tour, and first of all, we're going to start on that old-fashioned choo-choo train heading for L.A. All aboard, folks. Listen to the steam engine. First stop, L.A. Yes, here we are. Now let's stop in and see that Lawrence Welk Orchestra and that famous harpsichord. Here we have, in the Lowrey Organ, a harpsichord. The Lowrey harpsichord, found only in the Lowrey Organ. Yet, while we're in L.A., let's go over and hear the Three Sons. Now, no one would expect to find a fabulous accordion in this little Lowrey Organ. Nevertheless, listen to the organ. A very authentic accordion. Now, as the sun sets in the west, let's take a jet and go to Hawaii. As we arrive, we can hear the great sounds of the Hawaiian guitar. If you listen closely, you can hear the surf rolling in, all played through this great Lowrey organ. However, as we are in Hawaii and hearing the fabulous Hawaiian guitar, there are some hillbillies coming up. Listen now to the steel guitar. Yes, our trip wouldn't be complete unless we visit India. Now, off to the land of India, and as we arrive in India, we hear the famous sounds of that oboe as played on the Lowrey organ. Yes, that oriental oboe as only found on the Lowrey organ. Yet, as we travel through Europe, we come across a band of gypsies. Listen to that violin, played as only gypsies can. Now the papa of all violins, the cello, yes, as found on the Lowrey organ. As we leave Gypsyland, we stop over in London just to hear the famous voice of Big Ben. Big Ben, as on the Lowrey organ. Now we jet back to New York. We get off the plane at LaGuardia and we get into our Merry Oldsmobile and we drive down to downtown. With all the car horns blowing, and finally we get into a traffic jam. We are in the greatest city in the world and we want to see some attractions. So first of all, we go and hear the clarinet band. Yes, a polka. Listen to this great clarinet. The great names that are appearing in New York. Clyde McCoy in his fantastic wah-wah trumpet. Here we are, as only found on the Lowrey organ. The wah-wah trumpet of Clyde McCoy. Yet there's another fabulous little instrument in this. We go across town to Manhattan and listen to what? The harmonicats. In this little organ here, a harmonica. As we go by the Waldorf Astoria, we remember that fabulous Tommy Dorsey and his slide trombone. Listen to the trombone as only played on a Lowrey organ. Very authentic voices of the Lowrey organ. Now we jet back to the home of Lowrey organs, Chicago. And first of all, we stop off on Madison Street to hear that fabulous stadium pipe organ. Yes, this too on the great Lowrey organ. As we step out of the Chicago Stadium and off on Washington Street, we look in the distance and hear that famous marching band. Here they come. A 110-piece band as played on this Lowrey spinet organ. Finally, off in the distance, the band marches, and we wind our way down to the Palmer House. And as we get to the Palmer House, we enter the door, and what do we hear? A fabulous piano as played on the Lowrey organ. Take up an hour of your time right here, showing you the great multitude of voices on this fabulous Lowrey organ. However, I know you're interested in one thing. Does the organ that you're going to purchase or look at sound like an organ? For instance, does it sound like that ever-popular skating rink organ? The skating rink organ on the Lowrey organ. You can see yourself gliding around this fabulous skating rink. Careful now, don't fall. The skating rink organ, yet I know some of you are as old as I am. Now listen to what we now call dated classical jazz. We used to call it corn. Now it's dated classical jazz. How about that rooster? I just heard one of the youngsters say, can you play any boogie-woogie on that Lowrey organ? Listen to the boogie-woogie and the fine string bass. That and many other fabulous organ tones on the Lowrey organ. However, I'm sure that no one would purchase an organ if it didn't have that reverent sort of a tone that inspires a moment of meditation. Yes, we do have it in this Lowrey organ. Amen. And we all remember that great day in all of our lives, when we took by the hand and walked down the aisle to the strains of that fabulous wedding march.